Good morning everyone, my name's Jill Rogers and I'm the Relieving Deputy Commissioner for the Northern Districts. With me this morning is the Acting District Commander Andrea Macbeth and OC of the investigation into the missing children and Tom Phillips, Detective Senior Sergeant Angie Saunders. What I can tell you is that at about 2:30 a.m. today, police received a call from a member of the public that they believed they were witnessing a burglary in action at a rural farm supply store in Piopio. Information came to police that described two people on a quad bike, dressed in farm clothing and wearing headlamps. Knowing the information that we had previously had that had seen Tom Phillips also in this area, additional staff were called out and responded to that location. The quad bike was observed travelling along the Waipuna Road, which is a rural gravel road that intersects with Te Anga Road, which is the main road that leads back to Marukopa. At about 3:20 this morning, officers laid spikes at that intersection. The quad bike has run over the spikes. The two occupants have been on that bike and it has come to a rest on this rural road a short time later. The first attending police officer at that scene has come across that stopped quad bike and been confronted by gunfire at close range. Our officer has been struck in the head. He's immediately fallen to the ground and taken cover. Soon after, a second patrol unit arrived and has engaged the offender, and he has died at the scene. We were also supported by the air support unit from Auckland who have landed, and despite the efforts of attending staff and the air support team, this male was pronounced dead at the scene. The formal identification of this male is yet to take place, but we believe him to be Tom Phillips. A second person was located at the scene, and multiple firearms were located on and around the quad bike. Our injured officer has been airlifted to Waikato Hospital by the Westpac Rescue, and he is undergoing surgery as we speak. He has received critical injuries and will require numerous surgeries. As you can appreciate, a significant investigation is now underway, so there will be a large police presence in the Marukopa area, particularly around Te Anga Road. We are making urgent inquiries to locate Tom Phillips's other children who we hold serious concerns for. The child located at the scene is being provided wraparound support, and we will not be providing any other comment at this time on their location. We have been in touch with the family of Tom Phillips, and we will be working to provide them available support. We are also providing support to our staff member who has been injured and the other staff who were on scene. This has been a deeply traumatic incident this morning for those involved. It has been confronting and challenging in a small, rural, isolated location. I understand that you'll have a number of questions about this incident, but at this time we have very limited information that we can provide to you. A critical incident investigation has been commenced, and we are now working to establish a complete timeline of the events as they have unfolded this morning. The IPCA has been notified, as we are required to do in incidents of this nature, and we will release further information to you as soon as we are able to do so. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Are the remaining children armed, and do you believe they're arresting themselves or others?
We hold serious concerns for those children, and our focus is on finding them.
Were any other officers, members of the public, being shot at during the incident?
Not that we know at this stage, but it is in the early stages of our investigation, and you can imagine that staff on the scene were deeply traumatised by what they had seen unfold this morning, particularly involving a fatal police shooting.
And was the child that was with who you believe to be Tom Phillips, were they injured during the shootout?
No, that child has been cared for and they are not injured.
Is there any evidence that the child was, or the second person was involved in any shooting themselves?
It's too early to establish any of those sorts of factors. This is the really early stages of our investigation, so I can't comment on that at this stage.
But in terms of the firearms, how many firearms were there and what were they?
We've located multiple firearms and we know that our officer was shot with a high-powered rifle.
And sorry, just to clarify, do you know where the other two children are?
No, we are actively seeking them as we speak.
Do you have any idea about the general vicinity or area?
We'll continue to make inquiries and locating them is our absolute priority.
Is that other person cooperating?
Yes, they are.
So just to confirm, the other person at the scene was one of the children?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Are you able to be named?
No, I won't at this stage.
Are you able to tell us any information about what items Phillips was trying to get at this location?
The store that was broken into is a rural supply store and there are a number of items attached to that quad bike that he has stolen.
Can you please confirm who opened fire first?
It's really early in the reconstruction of this, but as I've relayed to you this morning, the sequence of events is the quad bike went over the road spikes and then a short time later has come to rest. Our officer has driven into the scene and been shot by the offender. A second patrol car has arrived and engaged with that offender who was still armed and brought that incident to an end.
Did the first officer come out of the car to confront this person, or were they inside the car? Or?
He was getting out of the vehicle and has fallen to the ground. He's taken cover back in the vehicle and the second patrol car has immediately arrived.
So the officer was alone in that vehicle, there was no other officer with him?
And can I just clarify again, what items was he trying to get at that location?
As I've said to you, it's a rural supply store, so a number of items from there.
Can you elaborate on what?
No, I won't go into those at
so
this
what
stage.
are police doing to look for the children? How many police are involved and what other agencies are helping?
At the moment, we are well supported by Oranga Tamariki, and there are a number of police staff who are actively looking for the children, which remains our number one priority at this stage, to find those children alongside supporting our injured colleague and his whānau and our other police staff. And obviously this is devastating news for Tom Phillips' family as well and is the outcome that nobody wanted.
The Herald understands there's also the Herald understands there also may be a baby missing with the other children. Can you give us any information about this?
No, I'm sorry, I can't.
Sorry, can you just give us a number on the number of police that are out there looking for the children, if that's possible?
I'm sorry, I can't give details at this stage. There will be a number of groups that are deploying into that area.
Did you say dozens or?
Yes.
How many police were involved in the initial apprehension? So you've mentioned the one officer at the beginning and then a second patrol car.
Yes.
How many resources?
There were multiple vehicles that converged on that scene.